It is Monday night and we normally have spaghetti on Monday, but I was wanting some soup. This is a white bean kale chicken soup. It is so good. I'll link the recipe down below. I cooked the chicken and the beans in the Instapot, but I did the rest of it on the stove top. It is so delicious. Everybody else is going to be eating it with garlic toast, and I'm just going to eat it as is. It is Tuesday night, New Year's Eve, and this is what I'm making for dinner tonight. It is dairy-free, gluten-free. It is so good. I'm making it in my Instapot. So tonight we have a soup potluck supper at church, and then we're all gonna go bowling. And so I'm just making this. That way I know that there's something I can eat, because I know a lot of soups have dairy and might not be gluten-free. So I am making this, and I have my crock pot here preheating with just some hot water. So when this is done, I'll just stick it in the crock pot and we'll take it. That way I don't have to bring my whole Instapot, and the crock pot can just keep it warm until we're ready to eat. I normally make this with sweet Italian chicken sausage from Sprouts, but they were out, so this is sweet Italian pork sausage. My crock pot is turned and my Instant Pot is turned. That is because I turn it so that way when I do the steam release it doesn't get the cabinet, so it's not like directly under. And then I have this one turned because the cord is kind of short and I needed a workspace to cut and stuff, so I have it pushed back over there, and if I wanted it straight here the cord wouldn't reach, so that is why it is crooked. I buy canned coconut cream and then I freeze it in half-cup portions for my recipes. That way I don't have to use up the whole can at one time. I can just stick it in the freezer and then thaw it when needed. So we just got back from bowling and I am making some snacks. I've got some popcorn going here, and then I also have some puppy chow. We have some friends coming over and we're going to play games till midnight. It is Wednesday night and we're going to have spaghetti. I always make this meatless, so first of all I'm going to start out with a little bit of avocado oil in my pan. I'm going to heat that up and I'm going to chop up a zucchini. Normally I have a yellow squash as well, but I only have zucchini on hand. I'm also going to chop up an onion. I'm just going to do half an onion, and then also I have some frozen bell pepper that I'm going to add to the pan, and I'm just going to saute that until it's all nice and tender. I like to store my unused portion of the onion in a glass canning jar. That way it doesn't smell up the refrigerator or it doesn't stink up a plastic container. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then for the rest of my veggie scraps, I'm just gonna throw them in this bag that I have in the freezer, and I'm gonna let that accumulate until I have enough to add to my broth. Since I am gluten-free, rice-free, as well as a bunch of other things free, I have a hard time finding pasta that I like. I like garbanzo bean pasta, but lately I've been loving sweet potato pasta. So I have this white sweet potato, and I have this little, I don't know, it's a spiralizer thing that I got from Amazon for about $10, and it makes it into like spaghetti type pasta. You can do it with other vegetables and stuff, but I like doing it with my sweet potato. It does take a lot of work. I think I might get like a bigger unit that works a little bit better, but this works good for now. So I'm gonna put that in my pan here with a little bit of oil, and I'm going to cook that for about 5 minutes. I found this cute dinosaur pasta at Sprouts, and I thought it would just be something fun and different for Miles. So while my pasta is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. The sweet potato pasta has been cooking for about 5 minutes in the oil, so I'm gonna add a little bit of water and then cover the pan with a lid and just kind of let it steam for about another 5 minutes, and then the pasta will be done. My vegetables are nice and tender, so I'm gonna add some of this Bertolli organic pasta sauce. This is my favorite pasta sauce that I like to get at Costco. So I'm gonna put this in the pan and just heat it up, and then we'll be ready to eat. We've got some salads here. We've just got some pumpkin seeds, carrots, and lettuce. And here is Faith. I'm going to go ahead and give her a little bit of applesauce since she doesn't eat salads yet. It is Thursday night and we are having a super easy dinner tonight. I've got some chicken that I've cooked up here, and I'm cooking it in some avocado oil, and then I'm just going to use this ginger lime coconut aminos. I got this at Sprouts. I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to put some frozen broccoli and let it steam. That's all there is to it. It's so delicious. And over here I've got some quinoa cooking. I've never tried quinoa in the pressure cooker. We normally eat this over rice, and I have cauliflower rice, but we're out of rice, so I just thought I would try this. I found this recipe online, and it's only like cooking 2 minutes and then a 10-minute natural pressure release. So hopefully that tastes good. So this is the stuff that I use. I just got this at Sprouts. It's gingery lime coconut aminos, and I just follow the recipe that's on the bottle here. It is so easy. You can add onions, celery, carrots, or whatever and kind of make it a stir fry, but we just keep it simple with chicken and broccoli. And I changed pans because I remembered that I use this one for stir fries, because when I add the broccoli, it's going to be too big for this pan.
Oh, where's Faye? Where's Faye?
Well, it looks perfectly cooked and it did not burn on the bottom. It was definitely faster and easier than doing it on the stovetop. So I've just added my frozen broccoli. You can also do fresh, but I think frozen will cook a little bit quicker. I don't like my broccoli mushy, so I don't let it cook too long. And then I'm just gonna pour some over here. I'll just do the rest of the bottle and give that a stir. And then I'm gonna put my lid on, and it'll steam for just a few minutes, and then it'll be done. All right, so here it is all cooked up, and then I've got the kids' stuff here. And then we're gonna plate it up in these new Corelle bowls that are a little bit easier to eat these kinds of dishes in. I got these for Christmas for my mom. They're so cool. It is Friday night and I'm doing another simple Instapot recipe. I've got some little mini potatoes here that I've scrubbed, and then I'm just gonna poke them with a fork. I'm not sure if I really need to do this, but I'm afraid they'll explode in the Instapot, just like baked potato would in the oven if you don't poke it. I've got some frozen boneless skinless chicken breasts here. I have about a cup of water in the bottom of the pot, and then I'm gonna use this garlic herb seasoning and just liberally season the chicken. And then I'm gonna add in my potatoes. Then I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more of the seasoning on top of the potatoes, because you can never go wrong with too much seasoning, as well as some thyme. I'm gonna cook this on high pressure for 20 minutes. Here it is all cooked up. The potatoes are nice and tender. It smells delicious. The chicken is done. So I'm gonna serve it with some green beans. And then what I like to do is just cut up my potatoes into fourths. And then I take some of the juice that's in the pot with all the seasonings, and I just like to ladle it on top of the potatoes. It is Saturday and we are having salad and Little Caesars pizza. Are you eating pizza?
No.
No, this is so not healthy. Since I can't have pizza, I'm going to make myself some pancakes. I get this at Costco. It's actually not too bad. I use a little bit more water than what they suggest, and then I put tons of cinnamon in it, and then I fry it in coconut oil, and it actually turns out pretty good. It is Sunday and we are having a vegetarian tortilla soup. So I put this actually in the crock pot this morning. I normally make it in the Instapot, but I had it in the crock pot. We just got home from church and it was not done. It wasn't even simmering or anything. So I just threw it into here and I cooked it for a few minutes and it is done now. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some cream here. I'm gonna do a recipe video of this. It is so delicious. I'm using coconut cream in this recipe instead of dairy cream. So again, I'm just using some that I had in the freezer from my can that I divided out. We like to eat this with tortilla chips, and my husband and son top it with cheese. I of course don't put dairy on it, but it is absolutely delicious and I can't wait to make the recipe video for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some meal ideas. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and I will see you guys next time.